Hello everybody and welcome to this month's video message. Well, this month I've been talking to some colleagues about a really important topic, respect at work. Sometimes we are experiencing violence or aggression or bullying or harassment from patients, families or indeed other members of the team. So I'm going to meet some colleagues across our team who are working together to put a response together to that, but also and importantly to engage all of you in the co-design of those messages and campaigns. And there's been some really serious cases of violence from families and patients against members of Team ASPH. And sometimes we appreciate that some of the behaviour that's being exhibited is either as a result of stress or worry and anxiety or bereavement even. And I do wonder whether sometimes we create space for some of this behaviour where we should probably respond much more vigorously. What sort of things can we do when it does cross the line?
Okay, so momentarily is difficult because if a person retracts their behaviours, then they re-establish the contract of communication with us. However, off of the back of that, what we're doing at the moment is to launch a current new security policy, violence and aggression, and that does take us through some steps that the organisation supports in order to back up our people as well, and officially to point out to people where they have gone beyond what is acceptable. So that comes in the form of acceptable behaviour contracts, which we served one recently on a family, what's expected on both sides, their side and our side, and then an escalatory set of steps beyond that. Ultimately, there's a recommendation that could we ask people to go elsewhere to receive their treatment if they continue that behaviour towards our staff. And obviously that's not a decision taken lightly, and we've yet to meet that. But there's distinct escalatory steps. We hope we don't have to go down there, but they're there if they are needed.
Clearly we want an environment that's safe for our staff to come in and work and feel respected in, where people feel welcome, where they can raise concerns, or if they feel they need to speak up, we have an environment that encourages that.
What's your thoughts about some of the things that we can do as a board and as an executive team to respond to that?
I think this is the time for us to act clearly. This is the time for us to really listen to our staff, to really start to take some opportunities to change the way in which we treat each other, to really truly be kind to one another and put that at the forefront and be fundamental in our values, in the way in which we operate in this organisation.
Now, I know you've been working on coordinating response on our behalf to bullying, harassment, violence and aggression in the workplace. Tell us a little bit about the work that you've been leading on.
We've set up the Respect at Work task force just to see what the issues are, drill down a little bit more into what the concerns are, whether they're formal or informal, and actually then think about what strategies we can put into place to address those and work with our members of staff.
I think that's brilliant, Pammy, because actually if we get those messages wrong, it won't work, will it? It won't have the desired effect.
The most important thing is that staff collaborate and we co-design these messages, and it makes absolute sense to them what we've done, why we've done it and what we're doing.
And I second that, Suzanne, as well. From operational point of view, I do hear that this is what staff seek.
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm very, very happy to say that I will support the listening to staff. It's really important that we listen. I suppose we need to be pragmatic and understand that we can't always solve every single problem, but we have to do our very, very best and create the environment in which people can share their issues, can feel safe to talk about what's worrying them, and we support people to have the skills to respond. I'm 100% behind you all the way. It's a great campaign, and I look forward to supporting Respect at Work Week, and indeed every week of the year we're seeking to have respect at work, aren't they? And that applies to everybody. So key messages from me: please, if you experience an incident, please raise it on a day text. We hear a lot that people don't bother to report them because they don't believe anything will be done, but we really need to hear about these things if we are to respond appropriately. And if you're interested in supporting the development of this work, please do volunteer to be a member of the task group by contacting either Hardev or Pammy. And if you are having a bad time right now, experiencing bullying or harassment, or indeed abuse or violence from patients or members of the public, please do let us know. You can contact me or a member of the team, and we really will do our very best to support you and to respond, so that we can see the whole team having a safe experience of working together and experiencing respect at work.